Welcome to this Pathfinder 2nd Edition combat showcase of the Centaur Demigod. And here we have Chiron. He is a Centaur exemplar and he is on a mission to deal with a dragon that was harassing a village here nearby. He is looking for its lair, but looks like the dragon find him first. And we will detail the combat first. We have a level 10 exemplar with 3 archetype and a level 10 Cinder Dragon. And being a dragon, you always consider them one level above what they are, because they are usually stronger than the normal challenge rating that it's said on the books. Even who made them already say that. So we can consider challenge rating 11, which is 1.5 times extreme difficulty, so above the maximum of at least the maximum that the game recommends you to throw at the players, which would already be deadly. So let's start this fight holding the initiative. The dragon goes first, so let's begin it. The dragon here, he will just fly closer. He has a lot of flying movement, so he just needs to be that's far enough, and he can use switch to him his fire breath. Let's use this here. Perfect. With this, it's already targeting Chiron. Let's hold the damage. And now, reflect save. He passes. And let's hold also cooldown. 4 rounds, so it will be hard for him to use it again. Let's do the damage. He's taking half. So 15 damage. It has quite some health, even if the dragon has more. And that finished the turn of the dragon. And it leaves an area of smoke here. So let's leave the area in here. Chiron, in the smoke, there is a chance to miss targets outside. It's only 20%, but why stay in it? He will move outside. 30 feet, 1 move. Let's target the dragon. And he will use Paired Birds against the dragon. Which means the dragon will be flat-footed against the attack. Let's give him the condition. Here, sign stat effect, and off guard. Flat-footed was before the work. Let's target the dragon, and we can go for the strikes. Will be 2 at maximum accuracy, so it's 1 hit. Let's hold the damage. The dragon is taking full damage, and since he's facing a fire dragon, he's imbuing his weapon with cold. We can use cold or fire. In this case, fire would be useless. Cold is much better. So, full damage. It deals extra damage because the dragon is weak to cold. And let's go with the second strike. Also a hit. And this one has extra damage. So, let's add it here. We have Baited Birds, Paired Flight, extra dice, because both attacks hit. And full damage, and that's a lot of damage in a single turn against the dragon. And let's now change his icon. he wasn't the wrong one. He should be on Shadow Shelf. Which means his attacks were even weaker than they should be. But let's leave it like that. Too late to change. And although he wouldn't be able to use it on Starshot, he would have to be on Shadow Shelf. So just let's change the damage wrong. And he goes on Shadow Shelf to Starshot. He's not low enough on health to go to Scar. Needs to go to Scar yet. So now he will use the Starshot. And Relentless at the Tide, when he uses his Transcendence, he uses Mated Birds, he can use a step. One step away from the smoke. And it's now the Dragon turn. We'll just move, staying close to the smoke. He can actually stay in the smoke. It won't help him now, but it will make harder for Chiron to hit him. Until he gets some distance. And the dragon will use a bite, which I think it's the third one. Yes, Jaws. And it's a critical hit. And even if Chiron raised his shield with his reaction, it would still be a critical hit. So no reason to do it. Let's roll a critical. And he's taking full damage. So the fight that was going very well is not going so well right now. He's even taking damage over time. 2d8 damage over time. That's a lot of damage over time. And the dragon, happy with his bite, tearing a heavy gash on the center, he will strike with. He can't use his claws since they don't have hitch. He will use his tail. No. Wings are agile, but it's better to just bite again. It's more damage, but no hit for the second bite. And it's Chiron. He's currently taking persistent damage, and the dragon is under concealed condition. So let's put it here. He's also no longer off guard. Concealed. Okay. Now the dragon is too far away to push, so we will just use his star shot against the dragon, which means let's select him. If we get here at actions, it has a lot of actions, but it should be here. Giant Felling Comet. We can use the burst, throw it on top of the dragon. You have to do a basic reflex save. So let's target him. And critical failure. It looks like the dragon is going to take some damage. And let's do that damage. With critical failure, he's taking critical damage from it. So doubly. He took a lot of damage. This fight is not going to last long with both of them critting non-stop. And thanks to using this ability, he can step away from the dragon. and he can go back to Shadow Shelf. So from start to Shadow Shelf, and he could use a second strike, or he could just go for Scarf the Survivor, which he will do, and plant his banner. And he will plant it here. And now, every turn, whenever an ally or himself is in this area, they will gain 12 hit points, 12 temporary hit points. And it will be refreshed every turn for until 1 minute, I think, or until the banner is removed. And that finishes his turn. We go back to the dragon. But there is also the damage over time. So he's taking full damage. Which is, it's holding that tooth. So very unlucky for the dragon, and making a recovery check, and he didn't recover. And now it's the dragon. This time the dragon will move close to his target. I can also remove this already. And since the target is already bleeding, the dragon will use his Draconic Frenzy to execute 3 attacks with 2 actions, being 2 claws and 1 wings, if I'm not correct. 2 claws attacks and 1 wing attack in any order. So 2 claws, 1 wing. Which means this one, it's a miss. It's a miss. And 1 tail, wing. It's also a miss. Not a lucky turn for the dragon. And we pass. It's Chiron now. The dragon is right on top of him, which he doesn't like much. He's going to activate his Scarf the Survivor. It should be here. Healing himself for 5d8. No, it's happening for the wrong target. How it's good. Heals himself. The banner will automatically restore his temporary hit points. And now he switches back to Shadow Shelf. But since the dragon is close to him, and he don't want to take an attack by throwing his javelins, he's going to push the dragon. So let's go here, target the dragon, and use shove. 38. Which is a critical success because of the Centaur feat he has. Which means 20 damage against the dragon, and he's moved 10 feet away. And that's one of the main points of this build. The enemies come close, you push them away. And now he's going to target the enemy with one attack, which will be a second attack, so less chance to hit, but it has a chance. And it misses. I don't even need to hold the concealed condition. And we go for the dragon again. Round 4. If it lasts one more round, the dragon may be able to breath again. This time, the dragon didn't like to come too close to Chiron, so he will just move one step, bite, and actually forgot to do this. Damage to Chiron, and recovery check. He recovered from the burning, which means the dragon can't do what he was going to do. But he can try to just 2 attacks, 2 bites to make Chiron start burning again. So let's go with this. It would be a hit, but he can just raise his shield and it's no longer a hit, because his AC is now 31. Go for the second, and it's a miss. And the dragon is not liking how this is going. Let's go back to Chiron. He's only partially inside of the smoke, so since half of him is outside, he will lose his condition. And with Chiron using a step to move away and mated birds, he's back to off guard against the attacks. Let's see how this goes. 2 attacks at maximum accuracy. It's a hit. And let's use another one. And it's also a hit. Full damage. And full damage. And the dragon's dead. Chiron is quite healthy. So I think Bately ended up going well to him. Even with the critical hits, the dragon wasn't able to do much after that. The breath was resisted. And I hope everyone liked this showcase. We can show the power of the build. It does a lot of ranged damage, has quite a good sustain with the banner and the healing from the Scar of the Survivor. Can do AoE damage too. In this case it wasn't AoE because there was just one target, but you can hit even up to 4 targets with the star shot. And Mated Birds is really powerful, using 2 attacks, doing extra dice if you hit both at maximum accuracy, and considering the target flat-footed or off guard. Flat-footed was before the rework and I keep forgetting, even if the rework has quite some time already. But that's it for this showcase. I hope you all enjoyed. I will leave the links below for the build guide and my Patreon in case you want to help me and look at other builds. I have a lot of builds there. And that's it. I will see you on the next one.